Hello everyone, how did you like my towel project number 1? Today I am starting towel project number 2, and as you see I'm starting with leopard towel, and we're making beach cover up. So I am very excited. It's 2-piece cover up with a shorts and the shirt. It's gonna be button up shirt, and I chose these buttons. I thought that it's gonna go really nicely with the theme. I didn't decide which color yet, but generally I am pretty much sure I'm using those. So I'm getting set up and I'm getting ready. It's gonna be very hot, so probably part of the day I'm gonna work outside and part of the day I'm gonna move myself inside into the kitchen again. So let's get started and see how it's gonna come out. I am very okay. Let's talk for a few minutes about project number 2. So it's not a secret anymore, and I am making kind of like a very fun beach cover up, which gonna be 2-piece shorts and like a blouse or top. So as you remember, the towel has a tiger, right? And that's when the challenge came from, because I wanted a tiger to be in the center of the back of my shirt, which actually limited me with how I'm gonna cut the rest of the pieces. So I had to be very specific, and I had to save like literally every inch of the fabric in order to make it, to cut out the rest of the pieces, because I want to make 2 pieces. So because I cut out the back with the tiger being in the center, what I decided to do, the sides of my shirt, I went really close to the edge of my towel, so this way I saved few inches, probably this much, for the closure of the shirt, so I don't have to stitch this anymore because I'm using towel edge. And then as far as the shorts goes, I did the same thing. I went on the other side of my towel and I literally cut right where the edge of the towel was, so I saved few inches again to actually do the folds on the bottom of my shorts. So that's how I saved quite a few inches, and I made it with cutting out my design, and kind of I got what I want and I had some left over. So also what happened is, because the shortage of the towel, I had to make my sleeves way shorter, which actually I don't mind at all, because you know, I still think they're gonna be decent size, and I have some fabric left over, which I might do ruffles. I'm not sure yet, but I cut out the rest of the pieces like a collar, and that's going to be the waist of my shorts, which is like a collar, and that's going to be the waist of my shorts, which is like a collar, and just another way how I saved some few inches here and there to cut along the edge of the other side of my, just another way how I saved some few inches here at the towel. And I cut out the collar, so everything worked out, but it was a lot of like kind of puzzling, because I wasn't sure how I'm gonna manage and get the design consistent and make 2-piece set. So the next step really would be just start to sew my pieces together, and I think I will start with the shirt. I never did a shirt with a collar, so I'm kind of nervous about the collar. It looks so complicated, and I told you that I'm getting back to sewing, so I think I'm gonna start with the shirt from the harder part of the project for me, and I'm gonna take it from there. And I think if the color will be too challenging to me, I'm just gonna skip it. It's a beach cover up, so if I'm not gonna make it with this part, I'm gonna be totally fine, and I'm gonna come up with the idea of some kind of ruffle or some nice finish over there. But I think I'm gonna start with a shirt, and then I'm gonna do shorts because I did shorts before and I feel very comfortable doing shorts. And I'm gonna go bring my sewing machine and let's get started. It's gonna be hot today. So according to directions, I have to sew back and the front together. So I'm gonna start to attach front and the back, and then I will see what's next, because again, I never did a shirt before. I was like more like dress and pants person, so I will let you know. For now, I told you that I don't even have to do this front stitch, because that's how I cut the towel, to save myself work and also fabric. So let's get to sewing. Okay, before we're gonna get started, I just wanna also mention that the choice of color of thread, I decided to go with this. I think it's a lot of green in the whole design, and I think I am pretty confident of sewing straight enough so the thread would just add beautiful detail. And I don't want the thread which gonna actually blend in, because I think it's like a ton of green in it, and I want to add some fun details to it, including obviously buttons, which I mentioned before. So that's the reason which I'm not going with green, because I want like a fun details on it. So back to sewing. And I am going for an oversized look, because it should work as a very brief, loose beach cover up or like summer outfit. So I don't go any shape or form for a fitted or very tight fit. So I don't want fit, I don't want tight, I want easy breezy and beautiful. I'm pretty confident of sewing straight enough so the thread would just add beautiful detail. And I don't want the thread which gonna actually blend in, because I think it's like a ton of green in it, and I want to add some fun details to it, including obviously buttons, which I mentioned before. So that's the reason which I'm not going with green, because I want like a fun details on it. So back to sewing. Okay, so next step, it will be, as I mentioned, we will attach the sleeves before we're gonna close the sides. So let's do it. So as a matter of fact, we actually sewing the shoulders first only, and after we do the shoulders, we attach the sleeves and we do the rest of it. So actually, I'm sorry, I'm just reading the pattern, and it says sew the shoulders first, then attach the sleeves, and then connect everything together. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Step supposed to be attach sleeves into the front and the back of the shirt before I'm gonna close the shirt on the side. But I feel very adventurous today, and I decided to twist this design and add something extra to the sleeves. I have some leftover towels, and I decided to create ruffles on the sleeves. Remember, I told you that I have to cut the sleeves a little bit shorter because I didn't have enough fabric. So I decided to extend them a little bit more and add the ruffles to it. And now I just want to tell you something, but this, don't use it against me. Everything which has ruffles and bubble sleeves, I have to have. Ruffles and bubble sleeves are my biggest weakness. So because I can't do bubble sleeves because I don't have enough towel, I'm doing.
So I accidentally sewed my ruffles wrong way, which I think everything happens for a reason, because I have to admit that I like the sleeve being all green instead of being part of the leopard with the ruffle. So I think good accident happened just now, and I think I like this side better than this side.
Because it's really hot right now. That's my helper for today. I thought it's gonna be a better way to show you guys. So at this point, I told you I'm gonna attach the ruffles to my sleeves to make them a little bit longer, since I lost a little bit of length because I didn't have enough towel. So that's how they look like right now. And apparently right now I should close it all the way down. And then we're gonna get into the biggest nightmare of mine, color, because I never did that before, so I'm kind of concerned how that's gonna work out. But I will try, and in worst case scenario, I'm just gonna close it and stitch it nicely back here and start to read sewing directions. And the very interesting fact is that they suggest to attach the collar first before I'm gonna actually close the shirt and the sleeves. And I am very new to the sewing world, so I used to do a little bit here and there during my childhood, but I am actually wondering why they suggest to do this part first, since it's not affecting the sides, and do that first before I'm gonna actually close the shirt. If you know the answer to this, please comment below, because I am very curious. Worst nightmare just happened. First attempt of making collar didn't work, so this is second attempt, and this is the last piece of scraps from the towel I literally have. If that's not gonna work, I guess it's gonna be plan B and just closing area around my neck with a one single stitch, because guess what, I don't have any more towel left. My second attempt of making collar worked. It's not perfect, but I am happy with it, and I have to say that it was very challenging. I made it with the second time, and I'm glad I did, because I like this finish and I do not have any more towel left, so there is no third attempt. The only part which I am not happy with is that I lost this finish and had to fold it under in order to finish my collar. So, well, I lost something, I gained something, but overall, originally it didn't work because I did my measurements wrong for the front. So I have this nice finish underneath, but well, it is what it is. I am happy how it looks like, and now I'm gonna stitch the sides, and the sleeve is done. There is a lot of detail work which I still have to finish and put the buttons on, but oh my goodness, it came amazing. I am so happy, and I'm sorry that mannequin doesn't work, and it fits me perfectly, fits like a glove. So I really love this design, and I really love their sizing. Their sizing is perfect. It's European sizing, so you have to do some measurements on your own. But other than that, this is my addition, and I'm thinking about adding pockets to it, but I am on the fence with that yet. I will wait. I'm gonna work on the shorts right now, and I have to think how I want to do closure for the buttons, and my leopard looks great. So that's my sewing thoughts. This is made up of towel, and I was thinking originally that it could be like very fun beach cover up with the shorts, and you don't have to bring the towel because this is actually made out of beach towel, which gonna absorb the water, keep you warm and comfortable when you get out from the water or the pool, wherever you guys go. But now I am thinking, but it's a little bit too late for it now. Instead of doing coral, I should do a hood. I don't know how to sew the hood, but I'm sure I would figure it out. So if I would have more of this towel, I would definitely, now when I'm thinking about it, instead of doing collar, I would do a hoodie. But if you are gonna following my video, maybe think about it. Maybe instead of doing color, do the hood. That was my sewing thoughts regarding the top. Now I'm gonna do the shorts. And as I mentioned before, I was trying to save the fabric, and I was cutting along the edges of the towel so I don't have to need extra fabric to do the fold to finish the bottom of the shorts. So now I am thinking, since I kind of now want a hood, not color, what else I'm gonna come during my sewing thoughts about the shorts. I'm definitely gonna attach the pockets. I think I'm gonna attach the pockets on the lower part of it. I was thinking chest, but now I want it like here in case I'm cold out of water, I wanna put my hands in. So I definitely rethought area where I'm gonna attach my pockets on my shirt. But now I'm having sewing thoughts about my shirt. Just finished sewing to front and the back of my shorts. Shorts are going pretty fast, and I definitely not gonna have to work on my on the finishes, because I told you that I chose specific part of the towel in order to save a little bit of fabric and not to do extra work. So I'm just gonna sew them back together and work on my waist, and the shorts will be done in no time. Shirt took me almost all day. It's 5 o'clock already, or 4, but shorts gonna be at least 3 hours, and I still have ways to go, and I'm gonna be done, and I will be working on details and pockets for both. Okay guys, so that's how the shorts look like without having waist done. And the whole idea is they are pull-ups, so they have to be bigger in your waist, so this way we can pull them over the hips. So now I have to measure my waist, and I'm gonna attach the like a band into the waist, and I guess I'm gonna sew it everything together and see. I think I like the length of it, and I'm just probably, I don't know, I might need to make them smaller even with elastic band in it. We will see. Let me try it on.
Давайте. Get up. Смотрите. Смотрите. What I'm doing.
Okay, more sewing thoughts. I have to make also a decision about the buttons, which color I would like to choose, and I'm gonna attach them in the front. Zippers are out of options. I really hate zippers, and I really don't want a zipper on cover up on something which I'm gonna wash a lot of times, and sometimes zipper gets just funny. So that's based on what I chose the colors of the button, and obviously it's a jungle theme, so I wanted something natural, and that's how those 3 buttons look in the front. So help you make a decision, which maybe you have idea for other color of the buttons. I was actually thinking to bring some metallics, because maybe wood buttons makes the whole design very flat. Maybe I should bring something shiny. So leave me comment below and vote if you like any of those, which of those you like. Okay ladies and potentially gentlemen, I found few scraps from the towel. They are very uneven and very different sizes, and these are my sewing thoughts. And the fact that I don't have pockets in the shorts really bother me. So I think I'm gonna attempt to open the shorts on the sides and use wherever I can, even for the tiny pockets, but I'm gonna try to do the pockets because I really want the pockets. So I will keep you updated because I don't know what I can make from those few tiny pieces, but hopefully for like small pocket just to slide your hand in will be enough. And the buttons are still to the side. I just watched a quick tutorial how to make a pockets really fast and easy. So I'm gonna attempt to copy what she's doing. Basically what she did, she put a piece of paper where her waist is, and she said to place the hand where you naturally put your hand in the pocket. And then just do the generic trace of your hand, and then I can make it perfect later when it's on the table. And then we're gonna do more sewing and cutting and actually undoing the stitching, which I already did it, and hopefully I'm not gonna mess up my shorts and I will end up having pockets. Okay, so this is custom pocket template made to fit my hand, only for Martha's hands. That's how it potentially will look like if I'm gonna hold my hand in the pocket. So let's see if this magic 5-minute fixer upper will work, because I think I can find 4 pieces of the towel which actually will help me have 2 pockets. So I don't want to cheat and I want to still just do towel only. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find 4 pieces like this and have custom pockets for my hand. Okay, back to working inside because it just got terrible outside. Way too hot. So it better her idea work, because I just cut out 2 huge holes in the perfectly done shorts because I want the pockets, and she said that we can add pockets to any piece of our wardrobe without the pockets. And she said it's super easy, and she showed her video. It was pretty much straightforward and easy. So I end up having this on both sides, so it better work now. Just completed redoing my shorts and watching the video and adding pockets, and yep, it worked. Because oh my god, I was afraid that I'm gonna end up with having big holes and ruin my shorts. So shorts came out amazing, and because I have a side pockets, I'm not adding back pockets. I have a little monogram over here, and I think it's a nice addition to the, like a nice touch, Martha's touch. And I am very happy with the pockets, custom pockets for my hands. And the only thing which I didn't finish is a design and the pattern which I purchased on Etsy is saying that even though I have an elastic band, I still should add a string for tighter fit. So I'm gonna do that, and other than that. So beach cover up is ready. I wanted to show you how it looks like. And I made it with the pockets. So I have a pocket. Since I got the pockets on the sides, I decided not to do the pockets over here. I added tiny detail over here, and the back of the jacket looks like that. So it came out pretty well. It's a little bit loose on me, so I think I'm still might add a string to it. But overall, look at the buttons, look at the details. I love my ruffle touch-up. I told you I'm obsessed with ruffles. And I think once I'm gonna come out from water, this is gonna be so cozy and warm just to sit on the beach. Thank you so much for voting, and I am getting actually pretty great responses and pretty great ideas for the buttons. I really like the idea from Camila, which she suggested leaf shape buttons. So I think I really like this idea and I might go with it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make actually to order the buttons and get them in before the video will be released this Sunday. So I might just go with regular buttons and then show you updated version once the buttons gonna come in. You can still vote, you can still DM me ideas. So far that was my favorite one, and I'm very, very grateful for your help in this creative process, because sometimes the simplest decisions like buttons are the hardest one, or I like them all and I have really hard time to make the right decision.
And hey, if you have expensive taste like me and you want to keep your bank account happy as well, this is the right place for you. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week.